I'm Lorana Hughes. And I thought I would do some updates. I've been meaning to, and then just life and other things, and stopping and sometimes doing videos. I forget, or I get busy with other things. But I thought I'd stop in. I am double duty. I thought I'd get two things done at one time. I am up early because I got some playing to do. I'm going to a craft class. But I had some things that I said I was going to get done in the garden this morning. I got some new plants in and I thought I'd water them. But I thought while I was out here today, I would give some updates about what's happening. I am right now at our Capulispamba Riverview Umbrella House, which is one of the three houses in our intentional community, the International Welcome Center here in Cuenca, Ecuador. And I just wanted to give some updates about things that are going on here, opportunities for you to come heal together with us here in Cuenca, and some updates on things that are going to be happening in the future, kind of doing some advanced planning on next year. And like our mission is, how do we heal community? And I realized that healing community is really about us. And we're the that we have control of healing in community. In between my planting, this is a chayote. I bought it, didn't eat it, let it sprout, let it keep sprouting. And I'm gonna put it here because we've already got some wire trellises that it will run. It's a vining plant, and so I'm going to put it here. We had some tomatoes going up that vine, so we're going to do that. But like, how do we really heal community? We all see the problems. We see what's wrong. We see, mass shootings and war and economics, and like, how do we actually fix that? And that was kind of the mission I set out on. It's been almost 25 years now. It might be 25 years now. And like, that was a real question. Now, the backstory was, I was one of those people that like thinks about stuff like that. Integrated community development, lots of moving parts. How do you get them all working together? How do you get change happening in real time? And so I started really thinking about that, and I started really watching. I was working with community organizations and churches and religious, groups and small businesses. And I thought, there's something here. There's something about people change the world. That is a slush. Lots of good happens in community. Lots of good happens when people come together. But I'm talking about sustainable change and really looking at it from a energy standpoint. How much resources is the community putting out versus how much sustainable change is actually taking place? And as you can guess, I was like, not enough. What's the return on the investment? The community puts in energy in some way, money, resources, time, volunteerism, things like that. And technology. You gotta make sure the values that you're living are sustainable. And if the values are sustainable, then you gotta be able to live those values. So it's not just enough for beliefs. I was, working with faith organizations. Oh, beliefs are enough. No, you can believe whatever you want to and then not live it. And I realized that in order for change to happen, one, we gotta look at the values. Are we holding values that are sustainable? There's a lot of community values that are not sustainable. You can, make your own list. Greed, selfishness, poison for profit. I'm about the food industry. I'm a retired farmer. A bunch of things, not sustainable. Can I do it and you do it and we both be okay at the end? No, only I can do it this way. You have to do something different. Okay, that's not really sustainable. Kind of some of the hypocritical things. I can do it, but you can't, or you can do it, but I can't, I won't, or however that plays out. And so it was values. And I started looking at where values happen. That's the faith community. That's who says we do transformational values, help you to buy into a set of values and then help you to live it. And oftentimes it was like, oh, well, that's going to happen by magic. Transformation just happens by magic. And I realized that's not the case. So I said, okay, what's the real deal? We got to figure out how to do that. What is that problem? And I realized it's healing. That's my short story. It's healing. We interact in this world in ways that aren't quite loving. Not all areas of our life, but enough. And we start wearing masks. We start covering up who we really are. We stop being who we really know ourselves to be. And sometimes we forget who that is, or we just get so clouded with life that, who are you really? If you really got honest with yourself, who are you? What's the life you really want to live? Okay, so healing, that's the background. How do we do that? Because I think that's a real core of community. And what part of it am I going to play in solutions? Not just finding the problems, but like, okay, great. The problem is, now what are you going to do about it? So I retired. That's the long and short of it. I did a lot of work in between, 20 years of finding the tools. How do we do that? And then I said, I really want to do that with my life. And I retired and moved to Ecuador and launched the International Welcome Center. And that's kind of the starting point of this quick video. Hopefully it'll be a quick video, but a place. Now, the first thing is, it's my living laboratory. It's where I tinker with solutions for community, like in a real live way, in real time. How do we support older women? How do we support women? How do we support families? How do we support men? How do we support leaders? How do we support healers who also may see or may want to explore how healing can be a foundation of transformation? And it grew. And now there are 3 homes in our intentional community here, each with a slightly different purpose. I am at our International Welcome Center, which is a guest house style. It's a space that people come and go and can do co-living. They come for healing retreats and intensives, and it's also the party house. So we have good parties here. We're planning another good party coming up soon. And it allows us space to be able to engage with individuals who may be looking for solutions for healing as the foundation for transformation, as the foundation for how do I get to the life I really want to live. And towards that end, we've got opportunities for people to come and connect. And that's the whole point of this video, trying to share what's going on and what opportunities there are for people to connect. We've got a busy rest of the year, so there's limited spaces that we have available between now and the end of the year, which is why I thought I'd start talking about what's happening next year. Now, we do have some time frames in mid-August and mid-November before Thanksgiving for healing vacation retreats. That's our 1-week vacation and healing retreat. You come and you learn. It's an intensive, not as intense as our month-long, but it's an intensive where you come and learn the tools. You do some of the work of healing and learn how to use these tools for your own healing journey. And then we send you back off into the world. But then there's opportunities for those that want to come and connect for a longer amount of time. And we have some of those opportunities. If you'd like more information along the way, you can go to globalundergroundrailroad.com or our collaborative page, nowastedtime.com. There's contact information. You can reach out to us directly from those places, or friends@wastedtime.com. And those are kind of entryways, but I thought I'd talk about some of the things that'll be happening. Limited time frames for retreats left in this year. Like I said, a little bit of space in the middle of August and a little bit of space in the middle of November where we can do retreats. But next year, starting January, some of our major projects will be wrapped up. We are working on a documentary. Mama C with the Black Panthers is here. We plan to do some participation with the 60th anniversary of the Black Panther Party and Mama C's Heal the Community Tour. So that's taking up a lot of our space this fall and into winter. And then birthday trip. Birthday trip is really important in my life. But starting January, we'll have wide open availability. Beginning to open up that calendar so I can do bookings for next year. And there's a couple of things that we want to share with you. One, the Healing Vacation Retreat. It's available for individuals, for pairs or teams of people, and families. We've got space here in this new home that we can accommodate families a little bit better than some of our other housing in the past has been able to offer us. And the Healing Vacation Retreats allow you to come. It's an all-inclusive experience. We've got some special rates for those that come with partners, whether it be spouse or friends or a family member or whoever may be part of your healing support network where you guys want to come and do healing together. The cost is pretty straightforward. It's all inclusive from the time you get to Ecuador, either to Guayaquil or Cuenca airports. It's $2,500 for the Healing Vacation Retreat. And we've got some offers for those that come with others. We really want you to heal together, and coming with someone who's going to be part of your healing support network, we feel is important. And so we incentivize that by making it a little bit more affordable for the individuals if they're coming together. And so the Healing Vacation Retreat is one point of entry into the social tech work that we have available next year. And like I said, those calendars are open for bookings. And then we've got a few spaces next year beginning in January, where each quarter will offer the first 3 months. It's a 90-day stay-in co-living experience. It starts with the Healing Vacation Retreat, but also provides you with some ongoing support and opportunities for instruction in the rest of the social tech curriculum that we offer here. This is ideal for a lot of different people for different reasons. Really a good opportunity for those who may be interested or involved in intentional community building. If you are part of the movement of people that says, well, we'll just build the kind of communities that we really want and feel we need that support our life and our lifestyles, this would be an opportunity, an intro opportunity to come and just experience some of the foundational work of the social tech, which is really designed for how do we build community. It also may be good for those that are just looking for a respite or sabbatical. To be able to take 3 months, come away at an affordable rate. It's a very affordable program. An affordable rate to be able to be supported in healing. Again, it starts with the Healing Vacation Retreat, but there's weekly support and also some learning opportunities that come along with that. It's not our full internship or leadership training program, but it does provide you with weekly learning sessions where you can learn about some of the things and some of the other practices and tools that we teach in our social tech leadership curriculum. So individuals may want to take time away, but it also is for those who may be thinking about moving into a new life of living as an immigrant abroad. And part of its design, it's the first 90 days before you get into the depths of that kind of transition. What if we put healing first? What if you prioritized healing, gave yourself some time to rest, practice the tools, see how it works within your life, and use that as a launching pad into creating a life that really is different, creating a life that feels more aligned and fulfilling to your desires and life purpose. And that's really what healing does. How do we get to the life that's true? And the damaged parts of us is not true. The parts of us that are wearing the masks is not true. How do we get to the other part that's underneath that? And it's to take those layers off that life has put on. And so it may be for individuals who are looking to transition, whether it be internationally or just into a new life, and you really see healing as a foundational part of that. Cost, that's always the important piece. And I thought about putting it out there early so people that may be looking for alternatives can look at it from a budgetary standpoint. I'm a numbers person, and numbers have to work also for it to be sustainable. The first 3 months program, it's 3 months of stay in here in our co-living home, the Umbrella House. And the cost is $4,000 for the 3-month period. That includes the Healing Vacation Retreat, which is all inclusive. After that Healing Vacation Retreat time, that includes everything as far as your housing, your utilities, the internet, the housekeeping, but you'll be responsible for your own meals and transportation and other play and excursions that you may do here in the community. This community has a really low cost of living by American standards, and $250 to $300 a month is a nice budget for the basics of life. Food and transportation and some entertainment and things like that is really possible here on a really low budget. So for those that are budgetary people and trying to figure out time and space, $4,000 includes the Healing Vacation Retreat plus 3 months of stay here in our facility. Individuals can extend that. And then for individuals that stay up to 6 months, after that 6-month period of time, they can apply for permanent residency if they choose. Some people may opt to transition into other parts of their life or here in Cuenca, pending visa and those kinds of things. But those that choose to stay here, this provides for those who have participated in our training a really low cost living situation for those after the 6-month time that apply for permanent residency within our homes. And that's not related to your visa. That's a whole separate thing that you'd have to coordinate. But your household expenses drops to about $300 a month. I think it's a little bit less than that, but roughly $300 a month after that 6-month period of time here in residency. So the residency provides that first 90 days. Those that choose to stay over for an additional 3 months, pending your visa, you've got to do a renewal, and that's pretty easy here in Ecuador. That would add another $1,500. So for a 6-month period of time here in our program and in our home, it would be about $5,500 for 6 months. After that, then we can talk more about those that may be looking for long-term co-living in Cuenca, Ecuador specifically, and those rates drop quite drastically after that period of time. So that's another option that's available for this coming year. And I'm super excited about that. We're also really building some relationships with other healers in our community, our indigenous healers, and we are working towards a pilot retreat that will merge our healing vacation retreat with plant medicine. And that's really exciting. There's some relationships that have been developing over the past 3, almost 4 years now that I've been here, and some people that I now call friends. We've been using this home in partnership with one of the local shamans here in my community and holding ceremony. And we've been in conversation about how we can do healing better. And so we've been talking about moving towards that end of collaborating. One of the things that we collectively have kind of come to an agreement on is that we don't want the tools of healing to be used as drugs of choice, where we're escaping the reality, where we're bypassing real healing work. We're looking for a quick relief, or we're looking for, instant enlightenment. And in sharing some of what I do, we've been talking about how the work that I do, provides you for regular life when the medicine is not available and healing is still a critical part, but also talking about how the work of shamans and plant medicine has been used and is currently being used to assist in that work of healing. And so we're looking at how we can really honor the cultural relevance of what the healers in this community bring to the table as far as healing, the kinds of information that's global. And so that's something that we're going to be pursuing in the months to come, and hoping to expand some of those relationships of collaboration with the healers here in this community. So yeah, if you might be interested in our first 90 days, our first 3 months, the booking for next year. And this is an ongoing program. This is not a special program, but just trying to it has a new name just to make it easier to understand just on site. But it's the first 90 days of really moving into some new equipping for a new life. The Global Underground Railroad really is about how do we help build bridges to freedom. And freedom means lots of things to lots of people, and we're saying how many layers of freedom can we help people get to? The work we do starts with healing, but part of the aim of the Global Underground Railroad is to network with others who have other parts of healing, whether it be through the helps, whether it be through the healing, whether it be through things like art and music, whether it be through economics, whether it be through housing, food, all of the ways that our life comes into bondage, and all of the ways that we have the opportunity to heal and free ourselves to live more fully. So healing vacation retreats, those are booked. You can just reach out. There's an inquiry form on the website, globalundergroundrailroad.com. Go down and start thinking about some dates. Let me know. We'll check the calendar. Like I said, for 2026, there's some limited times, very limited, because we got some big projects going on. We're in the middle of a documentary project, and check my social media. I'm super excited about that, and some of that work with one of our veteran Black Panthers. It's the 60th anniversary of the Black Panther Party, and some of the celebrations are going to be in Oakland, which is right outside of where I grew up. So I'm super excited about that. And so as a result, there's limited openings for the rest of this year, mid-August and mid-November. There are some windows of time if you're interested in the Healing Vacation Retreat this year. But if you're wanting to plan for next year and you're looking for some opportunities to figure out how do I may know, I may feel or want some healing work or some tools to be able to help you, but how do I do that? How do I do it affordably? And we want you to consider this as another alternative, an affordable alternative to do healing and housing and rest and have support in a community that I have found to be much aligned with my values of community. Community that's heart-centered, that balance is important, and Plank is just a really cool place to come down and heal together with us. So yeah, that's my quick, brief update on what's happening at the International Welcome Center. Let me tell you about my garden, because why wouldn't I? And I'm putting some plants in. That chayote is going in. I've got some okra, some tree collards that I have seeds for that I put in, not that you can see. I've got some dill, and I'm going to sprinkle that in. And then I really just wanted to come and water some of the new plants, the baby plants I put in. I'm going to be out today, but I put in a lot of greens. So they're in between these broccoli that are going to come out, but I haven't pulled them out yet because plants that are growing always, it's hard to take them out of the ground, but they're coming out. So I wanted to just come before it gets too sunny to put a little water on them. Strawberries, some of my trees. I got some sort of bug on my Ceylon. I don't know what this is. Something's doing something there, but that's a project for another day. My guava tree. The mandarins are coming back. The baby mandarins my grandson was really happy about. This is my pineapple, very first pineapple to flower. I'm super excited. This has been 3.5 years of waiting. I put some mint in this week. There's oregano, some of the green, celery, some more broccoli that's gonna get pulled out, beets, purple basil, some regular basil. So just putting a few things in the ground and watering. Checking my fig. The birds have gotten every one of my figs, but there's one. It's hard to find ripe figs here. This is totally off track, but this is one of our spaces. We're working on a patio jam session coming up soon that I'm super excited about. But this is our kind of a social gathering space. But it's also my micro farm now that I'm a retired farmer. I need spaces to put seeds in the ground, whatever they may be. So yeah, that's it. All right, so International Welcome Center, you can reach out, find more information at globalundergroundrailroad.com, or you can find more information about our collaborative page at nowastedtime.com. There's some free links, playlists that give you the training information. Go there, use the tools, it's free. Go use the tools and see if they don't provide an extra layer to your healing journey. So yeah, first 90 days, got bookings for January. Actually, 3 quarters will have offerings. First week of each quarter would be the entrance week and acclimation time, and the second week of each quarter, January, April, and then July, I think. Yeah, July, ending in September. So the first 3 quarters of next year, there'll be some formal dates of entry for that first 90 days. And then we'll fill in and be able to book healing vacation retreats with dates that we have available, or we have space available in between that. So healing sabbaticals, healing respites, transitional stays for those that really want to put healing first. And yeah, have a great day. Live life fully today. I gotta go play. I got a craft class today. So thanks for letting me share. Reach out if you'd like more information. Reach out if you'd love to collaborate. Like we really mean healing first. So we want to collaborate with those who also prioritize healing in the work that they're doing. Yeah, reach out. Take care. Have a great day. Bye.